you get into cooking, and how long have you been a chef?
I've been a chef for 20 years. I graduated high school in Minnesota in 96, and I was running Subway sandwich shops. And I said, I'm never doing food again. So I went to college, and I went to be a social major, and I ended up cooking in the cafeteria at college. So I was a short order grill cook was my first real cook job. And from there I went to bar and grill, into running a kitchen in a nightclub, to fine dining. I did home health care, nutrition. I did pastries for a summer, apprentice, and I worked under some fabulous French and Italian chefs in the Twin Cities. And by the time I went to graduate college, I was already executive chef of a French bistro, so I just rolled with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite type of cuisine to cook?
I started with the French classics, so I think that's the root of everything. As far as favorites, I just love to do braises. I can put things together in a big pan, I can put it in the oven and forget about it for a few hours. And that works really well with these guys because I'll do other lunches and stuff. I'll put that in the oven and then I'll go away for a few hours. I'll come back and dinner's just about ready.
So you already said where you were born, but where are you from? Where did you spend most of your time at in your life, and how did you get out to LA?
I spent most of my time, I'm a Twin Cityan, so I graduated high school in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I right away moved to South Minneapolis, and I've spent the last 20 years living in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the surrounding suburbs. And I got to a point last year where it was I went on vacation, I came back, and I realized I really don't want to have a life that I need a vacation from. I just want to live a life where I don't need to de-stress, So I decided after a layoff and everything that I was going to move out to San Diego with my fiance and just go from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How did you get onto the working for the Philadelphia Fusion?
So it comes on to networking a lot of times for me. Most of my jobs I've gotten because I know somebody or I'm getting to know some different people. So I'm doing networking on LinkedIn, and I met a friend there who loves my photos, loved my work with Hilo. And he's like, I want to put you in touch with Scott. This was just a couple of months ago. After I've been doing different things in San Diego, I cooked on a sport fishing boat, which was really wild. You go from the Midwest to the middle of the ocean.
It's two different extremes.
Yeah, so I was doing that. I did cater waiting. I did a bunch of things and trying to make San Diego work. And I went back to Minneapolis for 6 weeks to help a family restaurant. And it was cold. I'm like, we're never going back there again. Got back into SoCal, and my friend Greg was like, Heidi, you got to meet these guys. This is a perfect job for you. I would do it if I could. He's in New York, my buddy Greg, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And he put me on a conference call, and I came up, did a tasting for the fellas, and they loved it. They're like, we like you. I'm like, I like you too. So I got home back to San Diego, and I was like, babe, we're moving to Burbank. She's like, okay. So we came up here.
What's it been like working for them?
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. It takes a lot of creative, which is more than what I did, running for restaurants. I had to come up with a special every week or every other week. I did design menus for different restaurants, but it wasn't every day I got to cook something new. I don't feel like I have to cook something new for these guys, but there's just such a wide variety of food to choose from, especially when you're working for a wide variety of guys from all over the world. It's you have the opportunity to do a lot of different things. So it's been good. There's no dietary restrictions, which is nice. They're not super picky. I think right now we're going to be getting into summer, so a lot of lighter foods. They want to get more healthier, so the braises will go away. We don't want to be running the oven all day. We'll do a lot more grilling, a lot of fresh vegetables, different rice dishes, things like that.
And what do you think the team's favorite food is?
They want pesto. Pesto. When I ask them, what do you guys want next week? Pesto pasta is a big thing. They really like sandwiches. I think you can get a lot of sandwiches out and about from different sandwich shops and stuff. But what is something different about when you make sandwiches at home? Everyone says, oh, call it a hoagie because it's Philadelphia. But it's there's so many varieties from hoagies to subs to, we make Cubans. So, yeah, they like simple, which is cool. I like to get crazy, and I made a waffle walking taco thing with fried chicken and stuff. And I think that was a little bit up for them. They want a little more simple.
They don't.
Just the waffle.
Not the chicken and waffles?
I don't know.
I'm kind of disappointed to hear that.
I try to throw a little Southern in there, you know, give them a little bit of tour of the US of A as far as cuisine goes, but
They're just like pesto boys.
yeah, the Italian goes over really well with these guys. So,
And my last question for you is, have you played Overwatch yourself?
no.
So what is it like being a part of a community that you've never actually played the game for?
I can be a big fan. So, like, the first time I watched them compete was here in their living room, and they were off competing live, and I was like, all right, I can figure out what's going on here. And right away I figured out what's going on there, and now I'm just like on the edge of my seat. It gets so intense to watch them play and to see like the challenges that they face, and then like I'll be in there cooking and I'm just like, I'm anxious for them, you know, like I'm like playing it vicariously through them, but I wouldn't have the first clue where to start to play that kind of game. So
Well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.